Hello everyone. Today we shall look into a few other number functions. Here I have set of values where both negative positive numbers are present. I'll quickly show you how to calculate the absolute values of these numbers present. I'll create a custom column. I'll give the name absolute. Okay, the function is number.abs, which is number.absolute. I'll type number.abs. I'll open the parenthesis, insert the value column and click OK. Here you could see that the values are turned to positive. The 0 is 0 and the null value is always null. This is how absolute function works by turning all the values into positive. Suppose that we have to identify whether they are negative numbers or positive numbers. There is a function called sign function which could help us to identify whether they are positive or negative. The function is number.sign. I'll type number.sign. I'll open the parenthesis, insert the values column and close the parenthesis. Here you could see that for negative values, the sign function would result in -1. For positive, it would result in +1. For zero values, it would represent zero values. Sign function is helpful to filter out the negative and positive values. Let us see few functions like combinations and permutations. I hope you could recall the combinations and permutations. This is the total items and these are the respective size, either for combinations or permutations. I'll show you how to calculate. Click on custom column. Let us see combinations first. The function is number dot combinations. I'll open the parenthesis. You could see that there are two parameters. One is set size and another one is combination size. For the set size, I'll put a comma. In the combination size, I'll give the size column and insert. I'll close the parenthesis and click OK. Here you could see that 5C0 is 1, 5C1 is 5 and 5C5 is 1. Here you could validate the combinations are correct. Similarly, I'll create a permutations column where you could show the permutations. The function is number.permutations. Well, I'll open the parenthesis, give the set size as total items, I'll insert, put a comma, and for the permutation size, I'll insert the size column, close the parenthesis and click OK. Here you could see that 5p0 value is 1, 5p5 value is 120 and 5p1 value is 5. This is how permutations function work. Combinations and permutations are very easy to calculate in Power Query. Let us see few logarithmic functions. I have this set of numbers from 0 to 10. I'll click on custom column. Suppose that I have I want to see the exponential values where suppose that I want to see e power 0, e power 1, e power 2. What I could do is I'll type exp. The function is number.exp. I'll open the parenthesis. I'll insert the values column and click OK. Number.exp, it will give us like e power 0, which is 1. E value is, that it is 2.718. E square, it will multiply and the results are appropriate. This is how exponential function works. Similarly, let us explore the logarithmic functions. Okay, I'll type ln. Ln is nothing but like log base e. You could explore the function number.ln. Open the parenthesis. I'll just insert values column, close the parenthesis and click OK. Here you could see that ln0 is -infinity, ln1 is 0 and the rest of the values are given. I'll click on the add column. I'll show you log function. The function is number.log. I'll open the parenthesis. We have to provide the values and then close the number. Suppose that if you want to provide any different base, you could provide. Otherwise, what by default it could take the base of e. That is the reason why that ln and log function would result the same. Okay, the values would be same because log function by default it takes the value of e. I'll click on the custom column, show you what log base 10 works. I'll type number.log10. Number.log10 function helps us to give the output of log base 10 values, where you could see that log, base 10 1 is 0.3010, 0.4771, if you could recall these values. Log 1 base 10 is 0, log 10 base 10 is 1. Let us move on to the other functions which are quite handy. I'll move on to the values in here. Here you could see that we have set of values from 1 to 10. I'll click on custom column. Suppose that we want values of power. I'll type power. Suppose that I want to raise these values to the power 4. I have a function called number dot power. I'll open the parenthesis, insert the values column, and in the second parameter I have to provide the power which has to be raised to. I want to raise the values to the power 4. I'll type 4 and close the parenthesis. Here you could see that I have raised these values to the power 4. Suppose that I want to take the square root of these values. What I could do is I'll type a custom, I'll take a custom column. We have square root function which is number.sqrt. Number.sqrt helps us to find out the square root of these values. Okay, and I'll close the parenthesis. I'll click OK. Number.sqrt, it will give me the values, square root. Suppose that I want the square roots of these values. What I could do is I could change the column. I'll remove these values and insert power 4. Okay, I'll click OK. Here you could see that power 4 square roots are now available in this column. Number.sqrt helps us in finding out the square roots. Suppose that for these values I want factorials. We have a function called number.factorial. Number.factorial helps us to identify the factorials of numbers, which is product from the particular number till 1. Okay, I'll type factorial. Suppose that 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1. Similarly, like 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is how factorial function is quickly calculated in the Power Query. Let us explore two more functions, which is mod and integer divide. Mod is the remainder. Mod gives us the remainder when it is divided by a particular number. We have a function called number.mod. I'll open the parenthesis. I'll take the values column, insert, I'll put a comma. Here you could give the divisor. Suppose that I'll give the divisor 2. I'll close the parenthesis and click OK. Here you could see that when it is divided by 2, it is giving me respective 1 and 0 reminders. Similarly, suppose that if I divide these values by 2 and I want only the integer part apart from the decimal part, what I could do is I'll click on custom column. I'll type integer divide. We have a function called number.integer divide. I'll open the parenthesis. I'll take the value column and I'll put a comma. In the number 2, in the second parameter, I'll give number 2 because I want to divide it by 2 and see the you could say divisor value. Okay, see we have these values when after division, because it is not representing the decimal values. Instead of decimal values, it is eliminating those decimal values and it is providing us only the integer part. That is how number.integer works. Mod function gives us the remainder when it is divided by a particular number. Integer gives us the division part, okay, where it is excluding the decimal values. These are few number functions which could help you in doing the operations of numbers. Okay, this is all for now. Thank you for watching and we shall meet in the next video.